Okay, as promised, we're here with James Swann, owner of Craft 64, one of our favorite restaurants in the Valley. Declared, I believe, the best beer destination in Arizona by USA Today. So it's one time where mainstream media is getting it right. Because
Thank you.
if you love Arizona beer, you love Craft 64. You guys opened with an all AZ beer tap program. 30, how many, 33 taps?
34 in Scottsdale, 30 in Chandler.
Yeah, right on. So if you love Arizona beer, Craft 64 is your, mecca. Like every other restaurant in Arizona, closed in March. But you did pick up service to go, that kind of thing. Pizza's your
Yes,
bailiwick over there. You do great pizzas along with the beer. And then, recently they reopened or gave restaurants the option to do in-room dining. You're holding off until June 1st at the very latest, right? Tell us why.
Yeah, June 1st at the very latest. We're hoping to be open before, but June 1st is a target at this point. We honestly felt like May 11th wasn't the right time. We just didn't feel the correct measures were in place to ensure the safety of our employees, our customers, ourselves, and what we do. Beyond that, we just felt like with the social distancing rules in effect that are going on now, honestly, I'm not sure any restaurant who's actually observing the rules that are put in place so far can be profitable in any way, shape, or form. We measured our Chandler restaurant, which holds about twice as many as our Scottsdale restaurant, for compliance, and wound up with, I think, 30 people inside and maybe 30 people outside maximum. The place holds almost 200 inside and out maximum.
So it's less than half.
Yeah, it's less than half if you space everything 6 feet apart. In Scottsdale, that makes things difficult because we have, I always joke, we have 10 seats at our bar, but only 9 fit. With the distancing rule in place, that means 3 bar stools.
Right. So even more challenging in Scottsdale. So there's a business dimension to this as well. Fully reopening, you need to pay everybody to come in, all your chefs, the people who wash dishes, your servers. And if you're just not getting the density of customers in there, that's risky.
It's definitely risky. And, in addition to safety, I think there's a mindset out there right now as well. Just because we were allowed to open on May 11th doesn't mean our customers are comfortable with it or that they feel safe about the notion of coming out at this point in time. I find it sort of odd that I see people in masks constantly, which tells me that people are still afraid and or being cautious. And at the same time, I think to myself, how's someone going to eat a pizza wearing a mask?
Right. They haven't invented that mask yet. I've seen the mask with a little straw hole, but the pizza hole, that's technology we just haven't mastered yet. I know Leah hasn't been to a restaurant yet. I think she's going to hold off, and she's kind of representative of a big part of the community of eaters.
Yeah, I'm just a more cautious person by nature. I have asthma. I just would rather not take any chances I don't have to. So I'm happy to support via takeout, but I'm still not ready to go back to restaurants yet.
Right. And, for instance, my wife's mother is here with us staying now. And I would hate to go out into a densely populated bar, come home, and then have my wife's mother wind up, who is in her 70s, and most certainly immune deficient, wind up sick because I brought it home. There are so many factors to consider.
Right. Definitely risky on a lot of levels. James, you said you're going to reassess. How should people who are interested in maybe coming out to your restaurant, and of course they can still do that and pick up your wonderful pizzas to
Absolutely.
go. You do beer as well to go?
We do. We do beer to go. We do growlers to go. Of course. Yes, sir.
When will they find out about your, decision in terms of full service dining?
Well, of course, via our social media for sure. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and have pages dedicated to both sites or both restaurants for both. And we're just taking everything one day at a time. Again, between safety issues, conformity issues, paying our staff, and just breaking the entire thing down. I just don't think it's the right time to go right now, even if we're allowed. I've seen pictures of some bars and restaurants. I won't say the names, but I've seen pictures of some bars and restaurants just packed to the gills and not by any means conforming to the new safety regulations. And I just wonder how that's going to work out for them in the long run. But we're just not willing to risk anyone's health or safety.
Yeah, it makes me a little anxious too, seeing that. I guess that's natural. Thank you for joining us, James. We love your stuff.
Thank you for having me.